This is Wayne here with Tri-County Locksmith Service, and I want to go over what the big difference is between a high security deadbolt like this ASA here and just a regular residential grade lock like this right here. This is a residential grade lock. This is a quick set, and it's pretty average at best. You know, it does its job. It keeps the door shut, but it really is susceptible to many forms of attack. One is key bumping, one is lock picking, one is ice picking, and one is just, you know, overpowering the lock, twisting it off the door. There's several different ways to really bypass or attack this lock, and it's really, really vulnerable to all of them. So what you can do about that is, you know, this is a $50 lock at your local hardware store. This is the high security lock from ASA, and this is their high security deadbolt. And I really want to show you what you get for the extra money and the extra peace of mind. They crank these out by the millions. So key control is not an option. You can get this key blank at any hardware store, any Lowe's, any Home Depot. This is a custom-made key. I had to set this lock up and design this key. So this is a one-of-a-kind key. It has a one-of-a-kind key pattern here, and it has the sidebar pattern here. This is the ASA V Twin 6000, and the twin is because it has the cuts in the side for a sidebar as well as the cuts in the top here. So right away we can start to see the differences. It's much, much heavier. It's a solid brass lock, whereas this is cheap pot aluminum. Aluminum is an anti-corrosive, you know, it defies the corrosiveness, but it's all hollow and it's easily crushed and overpowered. This is solid brass. Brass is also not corrosive, but it's also much heavier duty, much more durable, and much tighter tolerances. When we start talking about high security locks, what makes locks easy to pick? Tolerances. Big gaps in here allow for an easy bump or an easy pick. Not going to happen with this. You can't buy these keys. Only locksmiths and certified locksmiths can buy these keys, and the key blanks are custom. So I actually cut these on the truck. So you can't just buy these bump keys on the internet. And two, they have a sidebar in there. The sidebar is what engages this bottom lip here and this set of cuts. There's 5 pins here and then 6 on top. So all of that combined, you know, 6 and 5, you get 11 combinations to work with here. And that included with the sidebar, that makes this, so you're not going to bump this, you're not going to pick this. You know, maybe there are some videos of people that say they've picked these ASA locks, but I'm pretty skeptical. Maybe, possibly once or twice. I highly, highly doubt it, but anything's possible. So you can't always believe what you see and what you hear. I know that when I run into these, this is the most difficult lock for me to get into. They are just nasty. They have pins, they have hardened pins all around the cylinder, and then they have stainless steel pins all throughout the lock, making it very, very difficult to drill these things out. That's another attack method, is to drill locks. You can drill a hole and drill out all the pins, and then it renders the lock completely useless. This is very vulnerable. Cheap aluminum, you know, low-grade brass pins. This lock drills out in 30 seconds. This one takes a long time, and trust me, I've had to do it, and it is not very fun. Because of the all brass construction and because of the stainless steel pins in there. This is a pinning kit for ASA right here, and you can see all these pins are all stainless steel pins, and every single one of them, the top pins, the bottom pins, the top pins have serrations in them, stainless steel with these little serrations, making it very, very nasty to pick. They're just a terrible lock to try and pick. I don't know why anybody would ever even try and do that. Even the best lock pickers in the world, you know, don't really want to pick these or mess with them. These are the finger pins that go on the side. These are what accept the sidebar right here, and these are stainless steel as well. So what you've got is a extremely well put together system, and I'll go ahead and pull this apart so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about when we talk about how much more complicated this lock design is than your average deadbolt, and how much more security you're buying. Yes, the lock is probably going to start at around $200, $240, but it's really worth it. I mean, you know, you buy a safe for $1,000, you're going to keep all your guns and all your, papers and documents safe in there. Why are you going to spend $200 on your front door to keep that secure and keep people out of the front door of your house where, you know, your family and stuff is? It's really, really worth it, I think. Let's get a follower here, and then we'll pull this out, and we'll start to see exactly what makes this such a high quality lock here. Okay, so I spit the sidebar out at me, that's fine. So this is the sidebar. When you go to pick a lock, what you're going to do is you're going to put tension on the lock with the tension tool, and you're going to do that by twisting. What that sidebar does is it pops out into a groove built into the lock, and it doesn't allow you to get the tension to start trying picking the lock. So it doesn't even give you a chance to start picking this lock. That engages it. It takes away the ability to produce tension and produce binding. So that right there is a huge, huge factor. Then you can see right here for the sidebar, you've got stainless steel inserts. You've got a stainless steel insert in the top. Every single pin is all stainless steel. You've got another stainless steel insert over here. I mean, everywhere you try and drill this lock, anybody that's ever tried to use a regular conventional drill bit on any hardened steel or any hardened material knows that that is going to go into there and it's going to deflect it off, and you're not going to accomplish. You probably destroy the lock, but you're not going to get in. You're not going to accomplish the goal of getting in unless you have very, very high-powered, expensive locksmith tools to do so, which most people, the common criminal, really doesn't have. So what we want to do here is put this back together and put this in here. That just shows you the absolute complication, and then down here are all the finger pins that have to line up to let the sidebar in. So multiple mechanical actions have to take place before this lock will allow you to turn it into the open position. It's not easily defeated at all. Let's see here. If I can get this back in. Doesn't want to let my cylinder back in for some reason. But yeah, the ASA's really done an excellent job of being able to address these issues and aggressively take action with them and start making some very, very productive points to come up to this. So, all right, that whole thing's just going to blow apart. That's fine. Anyways, you can see all the stainless steel pins in the top here. You can see all the stainless steel pins here. I'm going to put all this back together, but you can see the multiple aspects of it, whereas this is just a simple pin tumbler lock. You pull it out, it's got 5 pins, not 6, and not the 5 finger pins on the side, and no sidebar. So it's a very, very easy system to overpower, bump, pick, and just, you know, bypass very easily. So these high security locks are definitely worth the money on your front door. It may not seem like it at first when you're comparing a $200 lock to a $50 lock, but when you really get down into it and really start to think about how easy it is for people to go get keys made for your home after you let them borrow a key, your construction keys get out. People can come into your home with just a key. They can have it made. They can't make these Osset keys at the Home Depot and Lowe's. They can't do it. So for more information, go to www.tricountylocksmithservice.com.